Let's rewind to 1999, the final year of the 20th century. The world was preparing for Y2K. But the roads of the UK? They were living in a very different rhythm. Petrol engines ruled the streets. You'd spot a Ford Mondeo at every corner, and the Vauxhall Astra? That was the pride of every working-class driveway. Roundabouts weren't just a quirk. They were the pulse of suburban life. From sleepy villages in Kent to the edge of Manchester, traffic danced in circles like a national ritual. And if you wandered into the older towns, the roads whispered stories. Cobblestone alleys, still worn from horse carts of the past, echoed the footsteps of centuries gone by. Bike lanes? A rare sight. You were more likely to see a double-decker bus squeezing through tight corners than a cyclist with room to breathe. Congestion was already a daily ritual. Morning coffees and gridlock went hand in hand. People still used paper maps. Road trips meant stopping at petrol stations not for EV charging, but for directions and a bag of crisps. Sat-navs were luxury. Google Maps wasn't even in your vocabulary yet. This was the UK on wheels in 1999. A different pace, a different sound, and a roadmap leading straight into the future. Before the glass giants and glowing towers, there was a quieter skyline. It's 1999, and the UK's buildings were a mix of grit, history, and the final breath of a passing century. Canary Wharf was still under construction, London's bold step into the corporate world. Back then it was less Wall Street glamour and more scaffolding and promise. Across cities like Birmingham and Sheffield, concrete ruled. Brutalist architecture, raw, rugged, and unapologetically gray, was everywhere. It was practical, it was powerful, and it divided opinion. Out in the suburbs, the red brick dream lived on. Rows of terrace homes stretched for miles, each one similar yet proudly unique. Chimneys, pebble dash, satellite dishes. This was home for millions. In 1999, UK architecture told stories of the post-war rebuild, of working-class pride, of cautious steps into a digital age. Buildings weren't connected, but they were grounded, personal, honest. These were the walls we lived within, the shapes of a country on the edge of a millennium. The past held strong, but change was already knocking at the door. Now, step into 2025. Autonomous buses glide through electric lanes and cities are almost unrecognizable. The roads of the UK no longer just carry us, they respond to us. Welcome to the era of intelligent streets and silent engines. At every intersection, smart traffic lights listen and adapt. Synced with real-time traffic data, they reduce congestion, cut emissions, and keep the flow moving like never before. Gas stations? Optional. Electric vehicle lanes stretch across every major city, and charging points are as common as bus stops. Just plug in and roll out. No more fumes, no more noise. Autonomous vehicles now glide through dedicated zones. Clean, efficient, and driverless. Ride-share hubs have replaced traditional taxi ranks. Tap your phone and your ride appears minus the human behind the wheel. But the future isn't just about cars. It's about people. Pedestrian-friendly zones now span entire districts, with expanded cycling networks connecting homes, parks, and offices. Walking is no longer just a leisure choice. It's a lifestyle. This isn't science fiction. This is now. A road network designed not just for movement, but for sustainability, safety, and speed. From cobblestone chaos to AI-powered calm, the road ahead is already here. The skyline has transformed into a living, breathing ecosystem. Glass dominates the horizon. Eco-skyscrapers covered in vertical gardens stretch skyward. Not just buildings, but oxygen machines. They clean the air, reduce heat, and bring nature back to the city core. Old industrial shells have found new life. Warehouses that once echoed with machinery now hum with smart tech. Their homes, their co-working hubs, their creative sanctuaries for the digital age, and even the icons of the skyline have evolved. The Shard, once a symbol of modern ambition, now adapts in real time. Its lighting system guided by weather data and AI. It doesn't just shine, it responds. But the soul of the UK remains. History hasn't been erased, it's been integrated. The future is not built on top of the past, it grows with it. From brick to bioglass, from analog to AI, the buildings of 2025 don't just shelter us, they shape us. And this is just the beginning. From VHS to VR, the UK has transformed more than we ever imagined. Which city should we cover next? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to City Glow Then and Now for your next journey through time.